Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this special Sunday edition of Mid-Michigan Now. I'm Mike Woolfolk. 3 people are dead tonight, including the gunman. Now, 8 others are fighting for their lives at this hour after an attack at the Mormon church in Grand Blanc Township. Now, that church is on McCandlish Road. It is just east of Holly Road, not far from the Henry Ford Genesis Hospital campus. There is not much left of that church tonight. The gunman also set fire to the building. We have team coverage. Mid-Michigan Now's Stella Daskalakis is speaking with church members as they process what they experienced. But we'll begin with Courtney Bennett on the very latest we are learning from investigators as they begin looking into this gunman, who he was, and why he did what he did. Courtney, good evening.
Mike, good evening. We're standing outside of the Grand Blanc Township Police Department where Chief William Rennie provided us with that latest update just a little bit after 5 o'clock this evening. It was a very quick update, but we now know that that suspect is 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford of Burton. That's all that we have confirmed from police right now. We do know that a call came in to 911 at 10:25 this morning. A Grand Blanc Township police officer as well as a DNR officer, they responded to the scene of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Within seconds of that call coming in, police shot and killed that suspect at 10:33. The suspect is said to have crashed into the front of the church, shot people, and also set the church on fire. Police did set up a reunification center at Trillium Theater this afternoon, and Chief Rennie is also saying they have resources available for the community.
Also, I know that our community is hurting right now, and we want to provide some resources for our community moving forward. At the Genesis Athletic Club in Grand Blanc for Monday and Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., we will have services for the community. From Wednesday to Friday, those services will be available to our community at the Grand Blanc Senior Center.
And Chief Rennie also providing us with a number for families who want to call to check on their loved ones. I'm going to go ahead and read that number for you right now. We'll also have it on our website, MidMichiganNow.com. That number is 248-705-7352. The chief also saying that the airspace right now is closed, so they're asking people not to fly their drones over the scene right now. And there are multiple agencies working this investigation, from federal partners as well as Michigan State Police. That'll do it for us live outside of Grand Blanc Township Police. I'm Courtney Bennett. I'm going to send it over to Stella Daskalakis, who is at the scene right now.
All right, Courtney, thank you very much. And just to take you guys back a little bit, I was at the Greek Orthodox Church today singing and directing choir when a text came in from my news director about what had happened. Our church was put on lockdown, and many of the parishioners were unsettled and wanted to know what was going on. I'm going to step out here for a moment and let photojournalist Mike Horn show you the perimeter, one of the perimeters of the scene. This horrific tragedy unfolded on a Sunday when those we spoke with, and you're about to hear from, were just starting their days or were in church, as we mentioned. And then the unthinkable happened in what is normally a very quiet and serene neighborhood in Grand Blanc Township.
I went to church and we were sitting in and they were getting ready to speak. We'd already sang and did our sacrament part, and then we heard a big bang and it blew the doors in the church, and then everything after that was chaos.
Paula Mazer says her life will never be the same after what happened at her religious home, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township.
They were trying to get us down to the lake because it's way far away. And apparently, I guess the shooter must have came out. Anyway, I got in a car with friends. I got my friend in a car, and we got in front, and we were getting ready to leave, and the shooter shot at the car. 3 bullets hit the car.
She was hit by glass, and a bullet grazed her friend's hand. Then neighbors came to the rescue by sheltering them in their home. Janet Pira and her family were at home.
It was the scariest thing ever. We were trying to leave this morning. We had a place to go. We're on our way out. The cops are coming. The fire trucks are coming. We heard shots, and we were like, "Oh my gosh!" So we tried to move ourselves over to the side, and we ended up in the parking lot of the church. There was bodies laying on the sidewalk. There was one laying in the back of somebody's truck that had just gotten shot, maybe a couple times in the leg.
Diane Jasison and Judy Chapman were trying to find peace in their own churches. Instead, those thoughtful moments were shattered by violence.
Our senior pastor came in and said there was a shooting.
And we were out by 11:05, went through the high school, came to make the left at McCandlish, and you couldn't. The smoke was so black.
Striking nurses from Henry Ford Genesis Hospital held a prayer vigil in the afternoon to show support for a community shaken to the core, but not willing to give in to violence and hate.
I just can't believe that this is happening this day and age in our country, why people have to be so chaotic and murderous and unchristian. It's God's day. Come on, you know?
I want everybody to know that I can make no sense out of this, but if for some reason they think it was going to shake my faith in Jesus Christ, it ain't happening.
As you're hearing from everyone in our story, they are rattled to the core over what happened today, but their faith holds strong as they try to make sense of what happened here. I'm in Grand Blanc Township. Stella Daskalakis reporting. Mike, back to you.
All right, Stella, thank you for the live reporting there. And of course, we thank Courtney Bennett for her reporting as well. We want to take you live to Burton now. We are told that this police activity you see here is outside the deceased suspect's home. And again, Grand Blanc Township Police have identified that suspect as Thomas Jacob Sanford. Investigators are looking for any evidence that might explain the shooter's motivation behind this morning's attack. As you heard Courtney and Stella report, again, this happened just after 10:30 this morning at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints there in Grand Blanc Township. Again, this is activity that we're told is outside that suspect's home, where they are looking for additional evidence. We, of course, will continue to track all of what we're following here in this ever-developing story tonight. We're also learning that President Donald Trump has been briefed on the situation. He has posted on his social media platform, quote, "Pray for the victims and their families. This epidemic of violence in our country must end immediately." Governor Gretchen Whitmer also monitoring things. She says tonight, quote, "My heart is breaking for the Grand Blanc community. Violence anywhere, especially in a place of worship, is unacceptable. I am grateful to the first responders who took action quickly." Congresswoman Kristen McDonald-Rivet also issuing a statement tonight. She is beyond devastated, saying, quote, "Joseph and I are praying for the victims and the entire Grand Blanc community. This kind of violence in a place of worship is despicable." And Joseph is the Congresswoman's husband. As folks in the Grand Blanc Township community plan for tomorrow, local schools will be closed. Grand Blanc Township Community Schools Superintendent Dr. Trevor Allward says that will allow time for families to mourn and process what has happened. Classes will resume on Tuesday, and at that time, the district will make on-site resources available to support both students and staff.